Welcome to ProjectME, the podcast. I'm your host, Tiffany Carter, the founder of ProjectME, multimillionaire entrepreneur, former TV newscaster, money-making expert, female empowerment speaker, and self-proclaimed office supply addict. My mission is to take the mystery out of making big money. Every week on ProjectME, the podcast, I'll share success tips, strategies, and stories from other entrepreneurs, experts, and millionaires, showing you exactly how you can achieve your most exceptional life. Now let's get to it. Exciting announcement for all of my listeners. I've officially opened my exclusive group, the ProjectME Passive Income Posse, to the public. This group is by application only, so we can keep the group high vibe and spend our time, energy, and expertise only helping those of you who truly want massive success and impact. You get live weekly trainings from me, special guest coaches, and direct access to me and my business partner for all of your questions. To learn more and apply, go to projectmewithtiffany.com, click on Work With Me, and select ProjectME Posse. And of course, any questions, feel free to DM me at ProjectMeWithTiffany. Welcome to ProjectME with Tiffany Carter, the podcast and posse. I'm your host, Tiffany, and today I am ending all of this crap with you guys not being able to get people to sign up with you, whether you are a coach, you're in network marketing, whether you actually have a service, you're in the beauty industry, you're a photographer, you're an accountant, you're a lawyer, you're a doctor, you're a business coach like myself, or you have maybe a digital marketing agency or something like that. It doesn't matter if you're new to it, you're a side hustler, you're rolling in the cash. This is why your stuff isn't selling how you want it to, and with the ease you want it to, and with the clarity that you want it to, and making the cash that you want it to. I don't really care what level you're at. You could be making $0 starting from scratch, $1,000. You could be coming in at $100,000 a month, $200,000 a month. Wouldn't you want to learn what you could do to make more from someone who's a self-made multimillionaire who has messed up so many times? I've lost a full $1 million before. I've lost hundreds of thousands of dollars before. I have made big mistakes. I've had big wins. I have been where you guys are at. I am not an extrovert. News flash. This is one of the things that most people assume when they see someone who's very successful in promoting their services, their products. They have a successful business. They see them on, social media, doing videos or on stages, being really confident and being really loud and proud with promoting themselves, their business, their services, their products, and all the things. There's assumptions made like that person is just oozing with confidence all the time. She is a major extrovert. She just loves networking. She can't get enough of people. Let me tell you something. I hate peopling. Oh my God. Someone needs to make me a magnet. By the way, fun fact, did you guys know I collect magnets? I'm obsessed with magnets. I know there's lots of things I love. There's a few things I'm obsessed with. We know one is office supplies, but two are magnets. And I have to have strict rules around them. Otherwise, I'd be one of those like weird granny ladies with 25 cats and her refrigerator would be all magnets. There's not one magnet on my refrigerator. Number one, the magnets don't stick to my fridge because it's some kind of like fingerprint-free stainless steel thing. Number two, we keep it classy over here at ProjectME. Anyway, we need to make sure that we are learning from other people who have the success that we desire and are doing it in a way that feels good to us. It would not be good for all of my introverts, intuitives, empaths, highly sensitive people like myself, right? What do I always say? Like attracts like. It wouldn't be good for all of you heartfelt, soul-based business owners, side hustlers, employees, whatever. It would not be good for you guys, for example, and I'm not dissing him, but to follow like the Gary Vee method. Okay, that's an extreme extrovert, hardcore masculine energy. Nothing's wrong with it. But that his way is not going to feel good to you. It's going to cause you to sweat and have anxiety, and it just won't work. So that's the first thing is I want to make sure that when you guys are learning from someone, you're learning from someone who has a style that feels good to you. You might still like look at my stuff and go, oh my God, I could never be that confident on video. Tiffany is so well spoken. She's clear. Isn't that funny? I said that and then I like messed up my word. Exactly. Zero fucks. Who cares? Because this is live to tape. Because I want you guys to actually experience everything I do behind the scenes and everything I share. Most all of it, unless there is a major, major mess up, is live to tape, including my upcoming signature course, Selling with Soul, that'll be coming out. When's the official launch? The official launch is February 9th, but in order to get that course, my signature course, Selling with Soul, teaching all of you heartfelt, shy people who don't like sales, are resistant to it, you feel like you're annoying or bothering people, this is for you. I've made it for you guys. I made the course for what I needed back 15 years ago when I was a hot mess and had to carry deodorant with me all the time because I was trying to sell and I was so nervous and I didn't know how to do it in a way that felt good. And I would just be sweating bullets. I even would break out in hives. I created this course for you guys. Now, the public launch is on February 9th, which is a Sunday. However, if you want to get it at the lowest price this course will ever freaking be offered at, period, like for all of time, you need to sign up and register for my free live training. I'm doing a free live training on the 3 critical mistakes all entrepreneurs, business people make when doing sales calls, sales meetings, enrollment calls, without a doubt. And you will for sure move the needle in your business. I don't care what business you're in, just by attending this training. And it's a live training. It's not some pre-recorded webinar. Not that those are bad, but I want you to understand this is live. So there are truly limited seats. Go to projectmewithtiffany.com/free training. projectmewithtiffany.com/free training. You can also just go to the bio inside my Instagram at projectmewithtiffany or right here in the show notes, but you're going to want to grab it really quick. Even if you just attend that training, I'm also giving you guys a free gift valued at $497. They're my top 2 video trainings from inside my membership group. They're my 2 most popular. You guys are getting them literally delivered to you where you can review back to them for 10 years from now if you want. You guys are getting those for free just for attending the live training and staying till the end. So I've made my point with that. That is what I'm saying here, you guys, is you want to have your stuff sell. You want your client roster, your calendar packed, whether you do eyelash extensions, whether you're a photographer, you're an accountant, you're a doctor, you're a therapist, you're a Reiki healer, you're a yoga instructor, you have an e-store, you sell clothing, jewelry. I don't care what it is, and it doesn't matter what level you're at. You need to be learning from someone who has a style and a finesse when they promote their own stuff where it feels good to you. It doesn't feel gross to you. That's for sure number 1. Let's get into truly why your stuff isn't selling. Okay. I gave you a really strong tip. I've given you a free resource. You are absolutely have lost your damn mind if you don't sign up for that free live training. And if you're in any form of network or affiliate marketing or have employees and you don't share and require your people to sign up for that free live training, you're insane, because the more money they make, the more you make. And there, done with my rant on that. Tell me if this sounds familiar to you. You get all excited about going after your dreams. Maybe you've listened to a podcast episode of mine, or you've watched someone on YouTube, or you went to a live event and you're all ignited and you're like, I'm going to, reignite my network marketing. I'm going to take my business to the next level. Like you're riding high on those abundance vibes. Or maybe it's just because it's a new year, right? I see this every freaking year, you guys. I call the third week of January. It's like... It's like the coaching crisis week. Everyone's in crisis. So you guys have all these high vibes. It lasts usually for a few weeks. Then after pouring your heart and soul and energy into all the things for a couple of weeks, and then nothing happens. Not many people enroll. You're not getting the results you desire. You're not getting that many new clients, new followers, new subscribers, whatever your goal is. And you start feeling frustrated, defeated, discouraged, and that self-doubt monster rears its ugly head in your brain, and your inner bully comes out like, what am I doing wrong? Why is this working for them and not me? Maybe I'm not as qualified at doing this as I thought. God, I should just quit. Like, who am I to think that I could make, hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars, or even $100,000 a year, or millions of dollars a year? Like, who do I think I am? Right? And then you could go even further down the loop, which is where I used to go, which is I should just quit. This is way too much for me to handle. That was my go-to, by the way. It was like, this is just too much. I should quit. I'm not good at this. Now, I never quit. I just did a recent post on that. I never end up quitting, but I get to that point. So, let me know if you guys relate. Take a screenshot of this episode, share it on social media, tag me. I would love to see who's relating to this episode, that it's helping you. If it's not, you can tell me too. Like, I take all forms of feedback. Of course, we all like positive feedback more, but I do this damn show for you guys, to help you guys. So if something isn't resonating or helping you, I also want to know that too, right? I'm open to both kinds of feedback. So that loop, that pattern goes on and on, right? Because now you're at the point I want to quit. I'm having, I'm crying. Now I'm like, drinking rosé and eating chicken fingers and like Ben and Jerry's. And I'm in a moment. Maybe the next day you have an emotional hangover and you're unmotivated. And then maybe a week or so goes by, and then maybe something hopefully reignites, like, okay, I'm going to dust myself off and try again. And the loop happens all over again. Your stuff isn't selling. No one is enrolling. Your calendar isn't full of clients. It all comes down to the fact you are attaching your self-worth and your confidence and your validation, if you should even be doing what you're doing, or if your goals are even realistic or not. You're attaching it to the numbers. You're attaching it to the cash, the number of clients, the number of followers, the number of downloads, the number of subscribers. You're attaching it to that. And when we attach our self-worth, our confidence, our validation on anything that is outside of ourself, a person, place, thing, business, situation, outcome, whatever, screwed. It is a setup for failure. So the first thing is you need to stop doing it. You need to stop doing it. And you're going to still slip into it a few more times, because that's just how it works. If it was that simple of, oh, I make you guys aware of it, you're aware of it, and I tell you to stop doing it. If it was that simple, I would have a line of people for miles, coming to me, and I would just bless them with, I don't know, like a purple sticker, and they'd be all good to go. It's not that simple. But what I can tell you is, if you don't work on stopping this and catching yourself, you're going to stay in this damn loop. And that doesn't serve anybody. That doesn't serve the people you're trying to help. That doesn't serve your family. That doesn't serve yourself. You are determining if you are qualified, if you're cut out, if you really can do the damn thing based on how many comments you get, how many likes you get, how many followers you get, how many clients you get. And then on top of it, you have put in a expectation of a time duration out there. Even if you're trying not to, if you're in this loop, you put in, let's get honest with ourselves. Listen, I've done all this many freaking times. That's why I'm sharing this. It is not a judgment. I've done it, and I have worked with so many people, some beautiful, beautiful high-level coaches and mentors and even spirit guides, seriously, who have helped me see this in myself, and then I have created my own process to prevent myself in going into expectation land and to keep everything back on me and not focusing outside of myself. I am worthy just because I woke up this morning. I am worthy whether I have a wait list for my private client list or whether I don't. Now it's like, well, Tiffany, if I keep going month after month and I'm not getting people to enroll, I'm not getting people to apply to coach with me, I don't have that many people at my events buying my course, getting their nails done by me, buying photography packages, whatever it is, I'm just supposed to just keep, rolling with that plan and keep working on the fact that letting go of expectations and that, and focus on divine timing. Listen, you're not listening to this show because I'm like, yes, even if it takes a year, then you just need to let it go and trust the process. No, I'm a hardcore business person. If you are really doing the best you can at any given time, you really are putting your all into it. There's that consistency, like 7 days a week, genuine consistency, and you're doing that work on yourself, on your self-worth, which is daily freaking work, you guys. You're doing that work on yourself, and you are not seeing, even if it's slow AF, and you're not seeing even some slow growth and progress, and it's been months, yes, there is definitely something that is off. It is your wording. It is when you're actually going to, and it's selling, you guys. I know most of you hate that word, so I'm going to keep saying it. When you're selling, you're doing something that's turning off your ideal client. And it's almost always typically something you are not aware of. And it almost always comes back to a self-worth, a confidence thing. So you're being awkward. Your nonverbal language is weird. You lose eye contact with the person. There's really 3 critical mistakes that almost all entrepreneurs, anyone who's in sales, even if you're in corporate sales, you're an employee, you're a network marketer, that they make that are causing you to get no's, people giving you the excuses of, I don't have the money, I don't have the time, not right now, all that stuff. There's 3 critical mistakes. And that is what I'm teaching in that live training, you guys, that you need to sign up for. This live training is not like some evergreen replay. This is live. It's limited seating. ProjectMeWithTiffany.com/free training. So I'm going to be sharing those 3 critical mistakes so you guys can actually make those tweaks and become aware of those. But truly, what is underneath the fact that no one is buying from you is you're in that loop. And so what happens then when we get discouraged and frustrated and we're like, no one's buying? Well, we have a weird energy about us. So no one's going to buy from someone who doesn't feel confident. No one's going to buy from someone who seems defeated. Even if you think you can fake it, believe me, I faked it for years. I'm a good faker. Just saying. I'm a good faker. And it doesn't work. It damn near killed me. It takes a lot of energy to fake something. And I think a lot of you guys can agree to that. I thought I had to be an extrovert in order to be successful at selling anything, whether I was an employee or an entrepreneur, whether it was when I worked at Starbucks and I was slinging mochas, or I was in pharmaceutical sales slinging drugs. I thought I had to be an extrovert, meaning I couldn't do it just being my true self. And that's an absolute lie. Being my truth self is what has exploded my business and my bank account. So I want you to take away from this episode, please, for you to not attach whether or not you should be doing the thing, whether your goals are realistic, on the numbers, the number of clients, the amount of cash coming in. Let that go. Now, again, if it has taken months and months and you're really are putting in your all and things aren't happening, you need help. You need assistance. You need a guide. There is some tweaking that has to be done in how you're presenting yourself, how you're coming across. But the first thing that you can start with is making that switch of you are worthy of having exactly what you want, making the impact you want, helping the people you want to help, whether right now you have 1 client or 25 clients, whether you're making $0 or $1 million, you're just as worthy. You're just at a different stage in the process. You're just in a learning stage. And that learning stage can happen, by the way, and likely does at all different levels. So when I was making between like $250,000 and $350,000 a year, you think my lessons were done? No. For me to get from there to 7 figures, I had to do a whole nother deeper level of work. I had to work with higher level coaches. I had to really, really hone in on my craft to get to that level. It's no different than when we look at athletes. You want to go from being someone who's on the bench versus someone who's on the starting team, you better step up your game. You want to go from being on the starting team and be in the Hall of Fame, now you better really step up your game. It is absolutely no different in any form of service-based business that you have. So if this resonated with you, please take a screenshot, share it on social media, tag me at ProjectME with Tiffany, and just know I've got your back, you guys. I've got your back. I am saying all of this with love because I wish these were things that were said to me so that I knew I wasn't insane, so I didn't feel as defeated, so I could then manage when I'm going into expectation land and just focus on being of service. I would have made a lot more sales a lot sooner, a lot smoother, a lot easier, a lot more enjoyable. It would have been a lot more fun. I wouldn't have abused myself if I had a mentor, if I had a coach, if I had someone sharing that with me. So that's where all of this is coming from, you guys. Wishing you great health, wealth, and worth as always. Love you. If you enjoyed this podcast, please write a 5-star review on iTunes. Not only will this make me super happy, but it will allow more listeners to find our special show. Simply help me help others.